Year, guys. Hey, girl.
Hey, Jen, ready to party like it's 1999?
Totally.
I don't know. I'm not really in a party mood. Did you guys hear about the Y2K bug? It's gonna end civilization as we know it. The computer systems won't be able to handle the change from 1999 to 2000.
Yeah, we're gonna lose everything. So much info is stored on computers nowadays. Bank info, personal identities, addresses. Everything's gonna shut down.
Don't worry, guys. I stocked up on food, cash, and flashlights. I'm gonna go get some snacks.
Hey, I'll come with.
Hey, remember when President George H.W. Bush said he doesn't like broccoli?
How could I forget? I remember joking about that on AOL.
I do not like broccoli, and I haven't liked it since I was a little kid, and my mother made me eat it, and I'm President of the United States, and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli.
Well, I guess since Bush doesn't like broccoli, then we shouldn't.
Look at the mess you made. I'll clean it up.
Come on, I was gonna have some.
Made a mess, just like Bush. He focused too much on foreign policy instead of domestic issues.
Well, it's because of his attention on foreign policy that Saddam Hussein of Iraq was prevented from annexing Kuwait in the Persian Gulf War of 1990.
Yeah, I remember the victory parade when the Iraqi forces came in. It's not my jam.
Backstreet Boys are the bomb.
You tripping and sync is all the rage.
Baby, bye, bye, bye. Yada, yada, yada. Everyone knows Britney Spears is the best.
Oh, baby, I did it again.
Actually, I prefer rap. You know Eminem, Biggie, Tupac?
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that rap wasn't popular before the 90s.
My mom hates rap. Some of the lyrics are really offensive.
Alright, enough of that. You guys know what I'm most excited for the 2000s?
What?
Technology is going to improve greatly. Just in this decade alone, we've got the World Wide Web, Internet Explorer, and Microsoft. Thanks, Bill Gates.
Instant messaging, email.
DVDs, DVR.
Mobile phones too. I'm obsessed with that game Snake. Also, PlayStation's coming out with a new console soon.
Cool.
Digital cameras.
Wait. Turn up the TV.
Thank you for joining us for the New Year's Eve special. Until midnight, we're going to recall some memorable moments of the decade. Who would like to go first?
One of the most memorable moments for me was learning of Clinton's extramarital affair with Monica Lewinsky, and then his eventual impeachment on the counts of perjury and obstruction of justice.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people.
Sure, he didn't cheat.
His presidency was such a train wreck, starting with the Trialgate scandal.
What was that?
Don't you remember in May of 1993, 7 longtime employees were replaced with friends of the Clintons?
But he did create the don't ask, don't tell policy that eliminated the prohibition of homosexuals in the U.S. military.
Let's not forget the World Trade Center bombing in February 26, 1993. Clinton must have been so stressed out, especially so early in his presidency.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That event gave me the creeps. At least it didn't kill that many people.
And I still can't believe that Princess Diana was killed only 2 years ago.
I still believe it was planned, as many others do too.
In my opinion, the most heartbreaking event was the Columbine Massacre on April 20th, 1999, when seniors Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold opened fire in their school and killed 12 students and 1 teacher and left many students with long-term effects.
Know what else was heartbreaking? In '97, when Michael Kennedy, the 6th of Robert Kennedy's children, died in a skiing accident. And this year, not even 2 years later, John F. Kennedy Jr. died in a plane crash. I swear that family's cursed.
On the bright side, unlike the rest of the world, the U.S. economy was booming and soared to 21 million jobs.
Also, no one can forget the iconic movies that were released in the 90s.
The Titanic brought me to tears. She said she would never let go.
Let me up.
There's not enough space. Here, I'll just hold your hand. I'll never let go. Oh, my arm's tired.
I thought you said you'd never let go.
Leonardo DiCaprio is such a babe.
Word.
Parent Trap.
Oh yeah, I really thought Lindsay Lohan had a twin.
Wait, she doesn't?
I thought she was cloned.
Actually, no, that's impossible. Although we did clone a sheep named Dolly in 1996. Human cloning isn't possible yet.
Let's not forget about the North American Free Trade Agreement. It created free trade between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, and annually produces billions of dollars in goods and services per year.
The creation of the NAFTA was a very controversial issue. I believe that it was beneficial because it changed the economic picture of North America. Plus, it benefited trade between multiple countries.
In my personal opinion, it did nothing to change the economy as a whole. It just diverted trade from countries that weren't part of the agreement. For those who were so gung-ho about favoring trade, we didn't fully accomplish it.
That was an enormous event for Atlanta. In fact, it was the biggest upset in Olympic history that Atlanta was selected over 5 other cities to host the Games. 2 million tourists visited Atlanta, and it received attention and investment worldwide. The Olympics actually revived the city.
Yeah. Plus, it was a very symbolic event. The lighting of the Olympic flame represents unity, where in the Civil War, General Sherman ordered for the city to be burned to the ground. Considering Atlanta's racially separated past, I believe that the unity aspect of the Games is important.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And you mentioned racially segregated, which reminds me of the Los Angeles riots of 1992. I know I'm not alone when I say that I was bewildered when those officers were declared not guilty after they brutally assaulted Rodney King, who was a black man.
Most people associate the Los Angeles riots with the case that you just mentioned with Rodney King, but it actually stems from many events. The murder of Latasha Hardens, also in March of 1991, is one of those events. Latasha was a 15-year-old black girl that was killed by a Korean store owner, Suja Do.
Ice Cube wrote his song Black Korea in response to that event.
Yeah. Well, folks, it's 11:55, so that's all for this decade. We're wishing you a safe and happy New Year. Good night.
Good night. 59. Get ready for the new year.
Wait, I gotta pee. One last time. One last time.
God, if the computers can hold all the information.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Relax, guys. We made it. The new millennium, here we come.
Can't you see?